Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Star Wars Galaxy of Yeti coming to you, and we need to have a little bit of a talk about these prize boxes. Alright, guys, so last night in my stream, we got into a discussion about Conquest being nearly done. And, I'd heard earlier people that were like, oh, I have no Galactic Legends, and I did, I did the Tier 7 box and all this. And let's be honest, if you want to go for that Tier 7 box for the achievement of it for your account, if you don't have your 4 Galactic Legends or whatever, then, that's great. Do it for that reason alone, and don't expect the best rewards because you aren't getting them. So let's go in and have a quick look here. So I specifically have been watching these rewards for a while, and there's only 3 boxes that make sense. The first box is here, going to be hard number 2, where you're going to be getting 60 extra pieces of gear, and you're going to be losing out on 20 shards. That's a hard pill to swallow, I agree. But if you're in a situation where you've only got like 40, 50 G13s or less, probably best to work on trying to get more G13s because that's really important. Coming down here, you can see, I mean, you get some decent slicing mats, but nothing crazy. The salvage materials for getting up there. And then on the mod slicing mats, you still get your 50 and 50. You're going to be missing out on 20 here, and you're going to be missing out on like 15 here based on the thing and 5. So you do get a little bit less of these slicing mats, not the really important ones of the 1 and 2, which are the most important at this point. Once we have a lot more 6A mods and we're moving more towards that, then obviously these aren't going to be as important. But right now, getting those initial slices, trying to hit that 5th hit of speed and such, is the most important thing for these mats. So this is still a very good box. If you want to put the minimal effort in and get the most gear out of it, this is the box for you. Box number 2. So moving forward, this hard 3 is a fail. Hard 4 is a fail. Hard 5 is the best blend of rewards. So when you look down here, you get 36 of the Razor Crest shards. So that means you're only missing out on 8 shards, which isn't a big deal. Coming down here, you get the ones that I'm always out of are this one and this one and this one and this one. So these 4 are the most important salvage mats for me in my account. So I'm assuming other people are in similar situations and they're constantly running out of cinnamon buns and these like weird little mirror thingies, they're beauty compacts or whatever the fuck you want to call them. But here we're getting 30 extra G12 plus pieces over the rewards in 6 and 7. So we're getting 30 more pieces of gear. We're getting some really great salvage. And then coming down here, we get all of the mats, all of the slicing mats. We're missing out on 5 of these. That's it. So let's move forward and let's assess box 6 and box 7 for you guys, just so we can go through these rewards. So right here, you're only going to get a couple of extra shards versus the other ones. So you're going to get 4 more. That's not really that important. You get 5 of these, but these are annoying because you know what? I get plenty of those from the sea pit. That's not the stuff that holds me up. And I can't spend 186 pieces of G12 plus gear trying to do more relic gates. So you're looking here, you get some extra Zin biddies. Once again, I never run out of Zin biddies. I always got plenty of those. Those are no problem. These guys, however, I do go low on those conductors, and these are the most used but easily replaced. For me, I get stuck on these guys too. So there's still some decent slicing mats, but as you can see here, you're missing 30 gear, 30 pieces of gear if you get the 6 box versus the 5 box. And once again, you get 5 more on the slicing mats, but everything else down here is the same. So it's pretty straightforward that this one is not good. It's in the middle. So here you're getting more from what you get from the 6, because you're getting 5 more there. You're getting, you're still getting your Zin biddies, whatever, but you're getting 4 more of the Razor Crest shards. You get the same gear as Tier 6, and then coming down here, you get the same slicing mats and everything's fine. So all you're doing is getting 5 more of these, basically. Once again, I don't need those. And I understand what CG is doing here. So they are thinking that people will go for the Tier 7 without considering the rest of the boxes, and then the people who can't get Tier 7 will settle for what they settle for. But it's a strange one because the only thing that feels like you're really going to be driving for this box is if you have like all 4 Galactic Legends, if you are ready to go, you've got your Beskar, Mando, you're working on them at least, you're you know, within the window of like 2 months away from having Beskar, Mando, something like that. But your Thrawn's built up, you've got relics on Cad Bane, you've got relics on Boba, you've got your bounty hunters just fleshed out, everything is ready for that fleet, then yes, go for tier 7. Because tier 7, for me, isn't a winning prospect. So I'm looking at this as well. You get the you get the extra relic 8 mats, the one side that everybody's going to have a ton of because of the sea pit. You're always going to have a ton of those just sitting around, and you know, it's that 186 pieces of G12 plus gear that you have to do to get those 20 other pieces, which is really the disturbing part, the difficult part. So by limiting gear, they're going to force you to buy using other currencies, whether it be crystals, straight up cash, or, you know, like whatever, if you're buying packs for it or something, or, you know, using your shard shop currency, using your the currency for the Conquest, using, you know, your get 1, your get 2, to buy the pieces necessary to get these relic 8s like kicking. If that's really important to you and that's what you really want to do, and you've got like, you know, 5, 6, 7 relic 8s, and you're trying to get them as fast as possible to build up the biggest advantage you can at the very, very top of that, great, do that. Go for tier 7, do that. Like, you've got all the reasons to go for tier 7, and you don't have any of the reasons to not. But if you're in a situation where you don't have all your teams fleshed out, you don't have 100 plus, like, I literally probably will go for this box until I have about 120 G13s, because that covers all of the major G13s that I need in my account, and probably a couple that are just kind of frivolous that I picked. So I want that extra gear. The gear is important to me. I also need, you know, the slicing mats and such. Like, so getting the salvage material. I mean, this is good salvage material. This is the stuff I run out of. These 4. So this for me is perfect. And look at that. You're only going to be, what, 2, getting a 7-star, whatever, you're going to be like 2 months, or sorry, 2 Galactic Conquests, however the cadence shakes out to be, behind for the Razor Crest. That's fine. That means it's taking you 4 months instead, or 5 months instead of 4, or whatever. So, I mean, I'm looking at my account. I have 91 G13s. I have 3 Galactic Legends. I know I'm going to be getting Rey before I can really even go after Bando, because Rey's just better. Just better. Is the Razor Crest going to be a meta fleet? I don't know. I don't think so, based on what I see. Will it beat the meta? Yeah, it'll beat. I think it'll beat Malevolence, and it will beat Negotiator on offense. But will it hold against them? I don't know. I speculate that the Rebels could probably beat it on defense. So there's a lot of variables here, guys, and it's one of those things we really need to consider, is that CG has built these boxes so very differently that they're disincentivizing, or they should be disincentivizing people from trying to get that tier 7. When I go and I look at like the statement I saw yesterday when I was in somebody else's stream, where the guy's like, I have no Galactic Legends and I just got the tier 7 box, you know. Okay, so you spent crystal refreshes to go and earn a box that doesn't really help your account because you're so far behind on gear. Like, you don't have any Galactic Legends. I'm sorry, but that's not a well fleshed out account. I mean, no matter how you look at it now, Galactic Legends are everything in the development of your account. So you could have all the meta stuff besides Galactic Legends, but you're still missing the most important features. You need gear for that. These things are stupid gear intensive, and you've just given away 60 pieces of gear for some shards that are eventually going to be just Razor Crest shards, or eventually just going to be shard shop currency. So you're making a really interesting decision to pass up sure gear, slicing materials, etc., not losing anything on these slicing mats. These mod slicing mats are probably the most important part of this gearbox for me, for my account. And I'm getting all the same at my tier 5 box that I am at tier 7, minus 3 of these, just 3. I've got 32 just sitting there not being used, like 120. almost 400. It's like this one is the most important one in my opinion. But I've got tons of those. I don't need I don't need 5 of those. You know, that's in terms of the immediacy of it, right? Like eventually, sure, I'll go for the tier 7 box as my account fleshes out. But that's going to be months from now. At the rate of how quickly I get G13s, that'll be what? 5 months, 6 months away? And at that 5 months, 6 months away, I'll have the Razor Crest. So consider where your account is before choosing these boxes. Because too many people are just going for the tier 7 because they just think it's best, and it probably isn't. There, like I said, there are, if you've got, you know, like I said, a fully developed account, then you need to get that T7 box, I feel. If you don't have, you know, over 100 G13s, you probably shouldn't be going for that tier 7 box. Just going to throw it out there. I mean, you guys can obviously disagree with me if you want to, agree or disagree. Put those comments in the section down below. But I just wanted to be really clear that the way CG has done this is they're going to be forcing people trying to push those Relic 8s to buy 186 pieces of G12 plus gear to make those Relic 8s each time, because they keep locking the little like stick thingies, the other side of this, locking it up. And they're making this arrow magnifier, they're making this extremely easy to get. Soon people are going to have hundreds of these arrow magnifiers just sitting there. And CG's just going to be sitting there like, well, we have these packs with G12 plus gear if you want to buy it. Like, this is really what they're trying to force people to do. They're trying to force the cadence on these Relic 8s, trying to make people feel like they're going to get left behind. You're not. It's a Relic 8 isn't a game changer. It's not a game changer. It's good. It makes the character better, but it doesn't change the game. So just keep that in mind when you rush out to try to get this box. Spending refreshes, blowing your crystals that you're going to need to get the gear to finish out those Relic 8s and or to develop your roster. I'm telling you, I took my time. I didn't spend a single refresh this entire time. I've got the whole map beat. I'm just going to be mopping up the last 30 of these, and I did it just like 2 attacks a day. Super easy, super easy. Low effort, and I'm getting a better box for my account based on the rewards they're actually giving. Because I don't get a medal, I don't get a title, I don't get a new profile photo, I don't get, you know, any kind of plaudits when I earn this box. So I just don't see a reason to earn this box. Anyway, that's all I got to say on that. If you guys disagree with me, like I said, put your comments in the comment section down below. If you agree with me, go ahead and throw a little comment in the comment section down below. As always, if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, you should subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'd like to say we do a great job trying to keep everybody up to date on the latest and the greatest. When we do have guides coming out, we do try to do as best as we can with what we got. Obviously, I've only got, you know, what I've got on my account. I don't have everything. So, you know, but we still try to do that. We've got our GAC where we do some really well, play really well there. We've got a great streak going right now of 18 wins. And I think it's 18. Could be 20. I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to go back and do like an actual count so I have this accurate. But anyway, we do our stream replays on YouTube here, so go ahead and subscribe for those. If not, you can come and join us on Twitch where we go live. We have some drinks, we have a lot of fun, and we try to do some play some good good SWGO there. So come and check it out. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and have a good one.